Boy and the Heron is the latest film from Studio Ghibli and the latest film from Hayao Miyazaki, and I probably butchered that name, but as a point of reference, this is actually my first film from both, so I really didn't know what to expect. But going in, I wasn't really expecting to connect with the characters, the world, or anything, but this movie proved me wrong because it's emotional, deep, and layered with its characters and writing. And if this really is Miyazaki's final movie, I think he nailed it. I hope the lifelong diehard fans of him and his work came out blown away, because I really couldn't appreciate it as much as them, though this movie is fantastic. I didn't really expect it to be as layered and sort of disturbingly weird as it was, and I know it was dealing with heavy matters, which in this case is the death of a young boy's mother, but this movie really surprised me with how mature and intelligent it was, and some of the designs of the supporting characters can get downright disturbing at times, so that definitely caught me off guard. And it's been a long while since I've seen hand-drawn 2D animation on the big screen, so I just needed to point out how phenomenal it felt to see this and experience this in a movie theater, because I'm someone that desperately wants 2D animation to make some sort of comeback in some sort of capacity in Hollywood and in some of the biggest studios like Disney, DreamWorks, Sony Pictures Animation, I guess. And aesthetically, this movie looks fantastic, with the colors popping off the screen and truly entrancing you in the storytelling. The rich, vibrant colors and intricate details truly enhance the experience of this movie, which is already great. Now, I'm not as high on this movie as some other people, obviously, and maybe that's because I wasn't this way of conveying plot maybe isn't what I'm used to with movies and with the movies I watch, but there were some really confusing storylines and plot points in this that really just lost me at times, and that's my fault. I haven't seen any movies from Studio Ghibli, so I'm not really used to how they, how their pacing is, how their whatnot is, and so it just lost me. But this movie does do a great job at bringing you back in the most natural way possible, so that's definitely a plus. One of the best parts of this story is the rich character arcs and writing, and the lead protagonist here, Mahito, is layered and complex, and the more time you spend with him, the more you truly get immersed in his perspective on the world around him. And it does help that the voice actor for him is giving his all here. I don't understand Japanese, I saw this with captions, but you could just tell that the voice actor is giving everything into the character's voice, and the writing is also done by Miyazaki, so that's awesome because he did both of the best parts of this movie, the direction and the writing. So he's very talented, and at 83 years old, he's making movies like this. I don't think he can run out of stories. I'm gonna go watch Spirited Away after this video because I just need to see what else he's made, because if this is one of his lowest rated movies, while still being a really high rating, then I need to see what Spirited Away is, because that's regarded as one of the best animated things ever. Not even movies, best animated pieces of media ever. So, no, not a lot of people are saying this, but this movie is actually one of the best feel-good movies of the year, as it's heartwarming, it's emotional, it's deep, it's rich, and it's satisfying at the end. Maybe too long for its own good, as it creeps over 2 hours long. And by the way, this would not work for children. This is way too mature and complicated than I expected, and I expected this to be a movie that is rated PG. This is actually PG-13, and some areas 14A. If you don't know what that is, that's 14 or over. I don't know why PG-13 and 14A exist. That's weird, but I enjoyed it miles more than I expected because it's rich, it's deep, it's fulfilling, and the animation is phenomenal. I believe this is the most expensive Studio Ghibli movie of all time, so you can see where the budget went to this beautiful animation. So overall, I'd give this around an 8 out of 10. It's great.